Okay, before I start, I want you to read this carefully. And if you wish to stay here, that's your choice, because you're going to have a torture for the next 15 minutes. Okay, so we're going to start with 3 simple survey questions. Question number 1. Question number 1. Do you think emotions play an important role when we make choices, or when you make choices? Please shake your hands if you agree. Okay, thank you very much. I see most of you are shaking your hands, but I can still see some emotionless people in the audience. Question number 2. Can you think of anyone who is very good at their professional life, but when it comes to their personal life, they don't know what to do? Because they have this problem. They don't know how to deal with their emotions or emotions of other people. If you can think of somebody like this, please shake your hands. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, thank you very much. Question number 3. Have you ever gotten so angry or so excited or so nervous that you're not able to make right choice? If yes, shake your hands. Thank you very much. Can you maybe think about the last date you had with your crush and you didn't know what to do exactly? Okay, if you have not shaken your hand yet, I'm sorry to tell you that you may leave the room because, sorry, we are not on the same page. So, never mind. Why I'm asking you these questions? Because while growing up, I have always been told that if you want to be successful, you need to make rational choices. And you need to have high IQ. Until one day, I arrived in China. And a taxi driver changed my perspective. It goes back to 2012. I just came in China that time. I was learning Chinese. A local friend invited me for the lunch at Sheraton Hotel. Have you heard about the name of this hotel? Okay. So I asked my friend, before leaving, how to say Sheraton in Chinese. And my friend said this is called Shilai Tang Chou Dian. Okay? I focused on Shilai Tang Chou Dian while I was taking shower. Shilai Tang Chou Dian, Shilai Tang Chou Dian. I got dressed. Shilai Tang Chou Dian, Shilai Tang Chou Dian. I went out and started looking for a taxi. And we were talking about back in 2012 when there were no taxi apps. So Shilai Tang Chou Dian, Shilai Tang Chou Dian. It was a hot summer day. It was very difficult to find a taxi. So I was standing on a corner of the road, and there was no taxi. Eventually, I found a taxi. And this driver stopped the car, asked me, "Is it Dalia? Shilai Tang Chou Dian." Ah, Nali? Shilai Tang Chou Dian. I changed my pronunciation. Timbudum. And I was so confident, I knew that I'm saying it right. I knew that the problem is with the listening of the driver, not my pronunciation. Anyhow, I made the call to my friend. I asked my friend, "Can you explain it to the driver where I'm going?" Driver took the phone from me and started talking to my friend. And they speak Wuxi Hua, which I don't understand, of course. Now, it took them quite a long time, maybe 40, 50 seconds, 60 seconds, I don't remember exactly. But I thought maybe they are friends. They have or family members, so that they're talking for so long. Anyhow, driver asked me to get in the taxi. I sit. And I was already a little bit angry because it's a hot summer day and the driver was not understanding my Chinese. But what happened? When I sit, I realized that the AC is broken. It made me even more angry. Then the taxi driver started asking those traditional questions. What are those traditional questions? If you're a white-wearer, you know. They always ask you, 你是哪里人？你做什么工作？你今年几岁了？你结婚了吗？你找不找中国的孩子？结婚？And what else? Yes, 一个月多少钱？ I wish I could have a shirt that could tell all my story and I could just show him, this is what I am. Well, this thing came later on Taobao. I didn't buy it yet, but I hope to buy it soon. I made my own. With a blue color, light blue color, my favorite, you know. So anyhow, I got in, and I was not interested in any conversation because I was angry. But what made me even more angry when I saw the meter was not on. You know, there's a meter that tells you what is the fare. This meter was not on. I asked the driver, can you turn on the meter? He said, no. I said, why? He said, no. And then, I was angry. I just turned on the meter. After 6 or 7 minutes of the ride, the driver stopped at a petrol pump. At that time, I knew this guy is cheating. He is a cheater. For the reason, because first, he cannot understand my very good Chinese. Number two, he is not turning on the meter. And number 3, he's stopping somewhere in the middle, which I hated. So, what I did, I got really angry. This time, I got off the car. I took the picture of his number plate, took the picture of his name card, and I threw those 14 RMB that were showing on the meter. I threw it in, I slammed the door, and I walked away. I took another taxi, and I went to Sheraton Hotel. My friend was very happy to see me. My friend said, oh, how are you, Shahid? And I was about to tell him, and he said something that was so shocking. He said, Shahid, I am so sorry, I forgot to tell you, the driver told me that his car is running out of gas. He will stop on the way at a petrol pump and he wouldn't charge you anything till then. He will turn on the meter after that. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine yourself in this situation. How would you feel? That was shocking for me. That was shocking for me for the reason because what I was perceiving for past 26 minutes was so wrong. And if I could perceive something so incorrectly for 26 minutes, I could have equally been perceiving things incorrectly for past 26 years of my life. Don't try to calculate my age. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, it was because of the emotional state in which I was that time. Emotions are the filters through which we perceive the world. Have anybody experienced a breakup? Raise your hand. No, you don't need to raise your hands. Well, I never experienced it because I'm so young for that. But many people, I'm talking from the friend's perspective. When you have this breakup and you go out for a walk, you see these people holding their hands and those falling leaves. You see those broken windows. It's because you're in a particular emotional state. Is that right? Yeah? So, this was something that was a turning point at my knowledge about emotional intelligence. If emotions, when we talk about choices, we are talking about the information needed to make those choices. And this information is coming through the filter of emotions. So does it mean that should we take out the filter of emotion and just think rationally? Well, that's not the case. Because what I'm going to show you now is human brain, a picture of human brain. Oh, sorry. This is the picture of human brain just before the lunch. But this one is the real picture of human brain. Oh, did anybody notice that it looks like walnut? Yeah? Maybe I'm hungry, that's why I'm thinking this way. Anyhow, you see the left side is the rational brain and the right side is the emotional brain. The studies show that when people, they damage their emotional brain, they are not able to make very simple decisions. For example, what to eat, what to wear, etc. So, it means we cannot take emotions out of this equation. Reflecting back on taxi driver's incident, I found that emotions also have a language, and that language could be foreign to us if we never studied it. And that day I decided that I want to learn this language and I want to be good at it. So I started reading and listening to different people. And these are my 3 favorite people. If you want, you can take a picture. So I started reading, and these people inspired me to make my own personal 5 rules, which not only help me to make better choices, but they also help me to cope up with my wrong choices. So I'm gonna tell you these 5 rules today. Are you ready to listen? Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Rule number 1. Listen and respond to your emotions. Everybody wants to have those positive emotions. But what if I tell you that there are no positive or negative emotions? All emotions are just pieces of information. They are just data. They are telling you something important, something that really matters for you. Being emotionally intelligent means you listen to these emotions, you decode them, and you make right choices. Well, when we know about our emotions, we are conscious about the choices we are making. But that's not enough. We also need to know about our surrounding. And that is over rule number 2. Awareness of your surrounding. If I ask you, what is the difference between a person who is awake and who is sleeping? Is anybody sleeping here? Okay. What is the difference? The difference is the person who is sleeping is not aware of their surrounding. But the person who is awake is aware of their surrounding. Is that right? So, if you're awake, you need to ask yourself to what extent you are awake. Are you fully awake? Are you partially awake? Or you're not awake at all? When we talk about awareness of our surrounding, we are talking about sharpening over 5 or 6 senses. Is that right? So, to achieve that, I do something called mindfulness. You have heard about it. So, there are a few techniques that you can apply. Could be yoga, or could be meditation, or could be Tai Chi. Well, this helps you in a way because you're aware of your breathing and you're aware of your body movement. Yeah? But you don't have to do that all. You can even do simple things. For example, you have a cup of coffee in the morning. Just feel the taste of the coffee beans against your tongue. Just be more conscious of what you're doing. Or, when it rains, enjoy and listen to the raindrops. Focus. Or even go out for a purposeful walk and smell those flowers. I'm sorry if I sound romantic. Well, I am, and I'm single, for your information. So, being aware of your surrounding is even not enough. We need to move to another thing, which is interaction between you and your surroundings. And that is over rule number 3, respond and not react. What is the difference between response and reaction? A response is calculated. A reaction is uncalculated. Being emotionally intelligent means you're always calculated with your emotions. And this was summarized very well by Aristotle. And he said, anybody can become angry, that is easy. But to be angry with the right person, and the right degree, and the right time, and for the right purpose, and to the right way, is not within everybody's choice. Do you agree? Yeah? So, now, we have talked about awareness of ourselves, awareness of our surrounding. We have learned how to interact. But one thing we cannot forget. We need to accept the uncertainty. We can make decisions best to our knowledge. But, contrary to the popular belief that we are the drivers of our life, it's not true all the time, because sometimes somebody else is sitting on this driving seat and might be drunk. So things will go wrong. And when things will go wrong, people will tell you, oh, why you did that? Instead of this, you could have done that. Well, there are always uncle or aunts in your family, they always tell you these kind of things, yeah? Well, it's very easy to tell what could you have done better if you know the ending. But that's not the case with life. As said by a Danish scholar, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forward. So what we need to do then? Even if we go back and change all the wrong decisions we have made, there is no guarantee that we will be happy and we will not be miserable. Why? Because we are only aware about the paths we have taken. The path we have not taken is still unknown and is still a mystery. And that takes us to almost the end of the talk. And I am going to end it with my rule number 5. And it's a dessert for you. Dessert. At the end of the meal you have dessert. And that is, enjoy the pudding. Be thankful for the choices you have. Because not everybody has these choices. And even if you make some mistake, it will lead you to some interesting thoughts. I was watching this YouTube video about the life experiences of these 100-year-old people. And there was something this 100-year-old guy said which really inspired me. And he said, I have no regrets in life. If I make a cake and it goes wrong, it becomes a pudding. So next time, when your decisions go wrong, think about the pudding, not about the cake. Every failure has an opportunity in it. And you need to have that conscious eye to see that opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening outside us can never be in our control. But what's happening inside us should and must always be in our control. It should be our choice. And this is what I think is the meaning of choice. I wish and I choose that you stay happy and you choose to be happy, because happiness is a choice. Thank you very much.